You are welcome to today's section. It is my pleasure seeing you again, and I'm so happy to meet you again. That is Miss Lulu.
Yes.
You are welcome. Happy to see you. How are you doing?
Well, I'm fine. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Although I would really like to discuss some things with you
Okay.
in this session. Maybe after the session I'll be more better.
Okay. Hopefully, I know you always understand the fact that our sessions are always interesting, fascinating, and they are goal-driven and also result-driven. Definitely, I am optimistic that after the session, you will have better psychological relief, and it's going to be more beneficial. For the sake of our audience and everybody watching us, this day, our episode is going to address intervention that was done for Lulu to help her overcome emotional trauma that she encountered while growing up in childhood. And today we are going to have someone to act as Lulu for us, who is going to go through the therapy session. And this therapy session we are going to use today is centered on the Gestalt techniques called the empty chair techniques, in which Miss Lulu is going to demonstrate to us how the empty chair techniques is being used to help an individual to resolve emotional conflicts and also to resolve childhood trauma that she has been going through over the years. Just like as a background, we all remember that in our previous episode, Lulu has experienced childhood trauma due to emotional abuse from her father on herself as well as her mother. But the time has come for Lulu now to go through therapy session, and we are sure through this therapy session she is going to have a positive impact of the therapy on herself. So we want to look at it, which aspect of Lulu is being affected, and she's going to tell us today. So may I ask you, Miss Lulu, what exactly is the concern you are having at the moment?
Well, my concern at the moment is marriage,
Okay.
relationships, especially with the opposite gender.
Okay.
Well, it's hard, really hard for me.
Really?
Yes, and I'm also, as it's hard for me, I'm also sad.
Okay. Could you tell me briefly what exactly has made relationship and going into marriage a bit challenging, a bit difficult? Because I can see that even your affect now is a bit dull. Could you just shed light on it so that I can know how to actually be of tremendous help to you?
See, my parents do not really have a good marriage.
Okay.
So this marriage of the team is already scaring me. And men are forever the same. My father was not really a good husband, a good father. So all the men are just the same.
Are you now telling me that remembering what your father did to your mom, especially while growing up, has been haunting you over time and it's making going to marriage a bit challenging for you at the moment?
Yes, I can say that. Because I don't want what happened to my mother to happen to me.
Okay.
And men, like I said, they are the same everywhere.
So are you trying to look at all other men as if they are carrying the same picture like that of your father? Is that what you are trying to say? Like men are always the same all the time?
Yes.
Have you seen any evidences over time to show that, what your father did to your mother could likely happen to you in the course of your relationship with past individuals?
Well, in my relationship with past individuals, there are some tendencies that I saw in this man that just reminded me of my father. And aside that, the fear, the thoughts, the unresolved fear that I have with my father has not yet even gone. I have not been able to resolve. We have separated ways and I have not resolved that issue, and it's injuring going to another relationship.
Oh, okay. So, Miss Lulu, I want to tell you that I empathize with you, and I'm happy to have you around in today's session. I have a suggestion. I have a technique that I would want to recommend for you, which, if you don't mind, we can practicalize here today, that can help you to resolve the childhood trauma you have suffered, and also the trauma that your father has unleashed on your mother, which also by extension has happened to you. And the memory of your father still haunting you, and you have not been able to resolve that issue with your dad. I have a technique which follows the paradigm of the Gestalt techniques, whereby it is called the empty chair technique. Now, these techniques require you to sit on a chair. For example, this chair at my right hand side. When you sit at that chair, on that chair, you now imagine that your father, who traumatized you while growing up, now is sitting on this other left hand, this chair on my left hand. Are you getting me now? Through imagination, you place your father mentally on that chair. So everything that you have suffered in the hand of your father from childhood, you then bring them to awareness and you discuss them with your father. Knowing fully well that your father is an authority figure, you may not have the boldness physically to approach him, but now these techniques allow you to, through imagination, put your father on a chair and unleash your frustration, your anger, your conflict, everything you are experiencing now, and discuss it with him. Pour out your mind to him. By this, it is expected that over time, it will give you that psychological relief that can help you to move on in your life. There are other techniques we're still going to do in the future, but we are starting with this empty chair technique, at least that will help you to be able to pour out your mind to your father, and that is expected to help you at least to gain some insight and awareness, and probably develop some level of forgiveness, if possible, that can help you to resolve the conflict you are having with your daddy, with the conflict you are having with your daddy or with your father. Do you think you will be willing to try these empty chair techniques?
Well, if there's anything that can help me resolve this my pain out here,
Okay.
I'm willing to try it.
Oh, good. I'm so happy. Kudos to you. I'm so happy to hear that. So, without wasting time, we want to start the empty chair technique. So, I want to humbly request you, it will require you to stand up and sit on this chair in my left hand. So as you sit on that chair, we are starting right away with the empty chair techniques. Daddy is already seated on that chair by imagination. But before we start, you do your deep breathing, which I've taught you before. So start deep breathing, after which we continue. Now, you imagine Daddy sitting on that chair. Now, mentally looking at him sitting there, you pour out your frustration, you pour out your anger, your pain, conflicts that you have been going through childhood, throughout your childhood, adolescence, even till now. Pour it out to him, discuss it with him, pour out the content of your mind. Let your father know what he has been doing to you, which of course were traumatic to you since childhood. Now that is sitting down there, you can begin.
Thank you. Good afternoon, sir. I would like to share some things with you. I know that you are an authoritarian, and the manner at which you brought us as your children was very strict, and and your discipline was really really tough, but it really caused a lot of harm than good. It made me have low self-esteem, and again, the way you treated my mother in your marriage was very very hurtful. I cannot imagine how we'll be running away when we hear your car on. It made us feel so scared of you. It made us to be so afraid of you. The way you treated my mother, you would beat her in our front, you would insult her in our front. It made me very sad. It broke me, and I couldn't go against you, because if I was against you, you won't pay my school fees. You would threaten not to pay my school fees. You would threaten not to buy me things. And I couldn't also be angry at my mom at the same time, because she would feel that she's alone and nobody wants to support her. It was a lot of emotional stress on me. And the way at which you also treated us, the way you would beat us, your word is final. We could not even voice out. It took me a while before I could even gain my own self-esteem back. I've been traumatized as a child. It really hurt me. I saw everyone as not for me, or everything. You just have to beg or be afraid just to get some certain things, and it really hurt me. And I just want to let you know that I did not have a really good childhood because of how you treated me, how you treated my mother, how everything will just have to go your own way. The abuse, the verbal abuse, the insults, physical abuse towards me, towards our mother. If we fail our exams, you beat us mercilessly, and it's really made me very very hurt, very very sad. And I just want you to know that.
Thank you so much, Miss Lulu. Your daddy is on that chair, he's listening to you, and I'm sure that he's all thinking on what you are telling him. At this moment, I want you to look inward. Are there all things you would like to tell your daddy? Are there other things his manner and lifestyle has cost you, even till now, that is terrifying, that is even intimidating, or things that he has done that are still haunting you, that you want to pour out and you want him to be aware of? Are there other things?
Okay, sir, I also want to know that due to these things I experienced as a child, I find it really hard to be in a relationship. It's either I'm scared that the man will beat me, or I just end the relationship when it's even becoming very good, because I'm scared that what if this man change? What if he ends up being like my father? I don't want to marry because of the marriage you showed me. The marriage you had with my mother was bad. I don't want to marry because of that. I'm afraid of getting married. It's not that I'm not having suitors. It's just that I'm scared. I keep breaking them, running off, cutting off from them. And I don't want that. I also want to start a family. But due to the trauma that it caused me, I'm scared. I'm terrified. I don't know what to do. I don't even know where to start from. So I just want you to know this. I'm letting you know now that this has affected my ability to go into marriage. It has affected my ability to stay in a serious, committed relationship, because I'm not healed from the trauma I had as a child from you, the way you treated my mother, or the way you also did your marriage.
Okay, Miss Lulu, I empathize with you. As this session is continuing, I want you to be looking inwards gradually as you are pouring out your mind. Also be looking at how you are also feeling gradually. So at the point we are now is, I want you, before we close this section, to look down the memory lane, even till date, are there things behaviorally, apart from broken relationship, fear of going into marriage, apart from fear that the man will have to beat you, apart from the fear and worry that what happened to your mom could happen to you, are there things you are still experiencing that are intimidating, that is making the future looking as bleak, making the future terrifying to you, that you want to let him know, that you would like to share with your daddy, because he's listening to you as he sits on that chair? Could you still look inward and find some other thing that are still not yet released out of your mind that you want to discuss with him?
Okay, I think at this stage, I would want to forgive you, let go of whatever harm or trauma that has caused to me. It might not be so easy, it might not be so fast, but little by little I'll be letting go, so that I will be able to have an open heart towards people, because of the things that you caused me made me to lock myself in, made me to be afraid of people, afraid of the world. And even if I have been financially okay and stable financially, I still have some relational issues with people. But right now, I'm beginning to let go of whatever odds, beginning to have a more positive mind, so that I can be free of whatever harm I've been and be able to be more open. And I just want to let you know that, sir.
Thank you so much, Miss Lulu. Our audience everywhere, here and globally, we can see how this thing has been transpiring from the place of hurt and trauma, and also in the course of this session of her ventilating her mind, she has also felt like she wants to practice forgiveness, of forgiving the father, so that she can come out of being stuck and she can move on with her life, and she could also have her own better psychological well-being. So at the moment, Miss Lulu, may I ask you this? Having gone through this empty chair techniques, could you share with us what were the feelings that were running through your mind? Did you feel anything better? It was the load, emotional load you were carrying. Is it subsiding, or is getting escalating? Will you please share with all of us, so that we can know where you are now, when you came into this session, and where you are now after the session has got into this level?
Okay, so when I came, I was not really so happy. I was stopped, I was sad. No, I didn't want to be. But now that I'm talking to him, even I was reminiscing back on everything that has happened. I don't want to be so emotional, right? So I was reminiscing back on everything, and I feel much better. Really, when I said I'm going to forgive him, so that determination is making me want to be more of a positive and a better person. So yeah, I feel 60%, 70% more lighter than I came in.
Okay, so but may I quickly ask you a question, Miss Lulu? What is the main reason why you now choose the path of forgiving him, despite all the things he has done to you? Why do you feel like forgiving him is the best option?
Forgiving him, to me, is letting myself free.
Good.
Is letting myself
That's
free
fantastic.
from every bondage. So
Okay.
letting him go, holding on to him, holding on to whatever has happened, won't make me be free. But I want to be free.
Oh, that's beautiful. So being able to forgive him, you feel that will help you at least to move forward,
Yes.
and to be able to let go of the past, so
Yes.
that you can also be a better person. That's interesting. So how do you now feel, having been able to get to this level? How do you feel now?
Like I said, I feel better now.
Okay.
70% better
Okay.
than how I came here.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to letting go and forgiving my father.
Thank you so much. So our fellow individuals or listeners to this technique, this is a sample, or to illustrate the empty chair techniques as demonstrated by Miss Lulu, and which we have all seen. We can practice it as an individual, and we have been a hot towards anybody? Are we going through something traumatic? We can put that person on the chair and talk to the person. Pour out your mind, ventilate your anger, your frustration, and let your mind content be released on that person with the imagination that the person you are talking to is sitting on that chair. Have you gotten an experience in life that is closer to that of Lulu, or someone you know has some similar experience? You can share this video with them. They can practice these empty chair techniques. It will go a long way in helping them to achieve psychological relief. At this point, we appreciate every one of you for listening. It's our pleasure. Until next episode, keep feeling good, and let goodness and mercy of God continue to follow you. So Miss Lulu, thank you for coming. I'm so happy to see you. Until next section where we meet again, have a blessed day. Have a fantastic day. Thank you for coming.